In this video, I'm going to talk about how you can start your own business, especially at this time of crisis where many people are losing their job and many young people are feeling lost and they don't know where to find the direction. Great, this is Mirela Sula. I am the founder of Global Woman, which helps women to start, to grow, to scale, to develop, and become the best version of themselves. And how we do this, we help them to connect with other like-minded women around the world, but in the same time, we have created a lot of masterminds and online learning platform to teach them to get everything they want for their entrepreneurship journey or their career or their business. So follow me and I'm going to share with you 12 steps how to find everything you know in order to start your own business. So you want to start your own business? Wonderful. That is the best time. If not yesterday, I think you need to start that today. And the very first thing that you need to know is you don't need to be great in order to start. Many people wait until they have done this and they have done that and they've done this and they've done that. Before you do anything, I really want you to start thinking, I am ready. I don't need to wait until I become great. I can become great as I start to. So please don't postpone, don't procrastinate. If you already have been thinking to start your own business, if you haven't done it yesterday, at least you take that decision today. So how do you do that? Let's move to the step number 2, which is all about knowing yourself. That is a very important step because if you don't know yourself, you can't help anybody. Because first, you need to understand who is that person that you always wanted to become. So start connecting with the person of the future self right now. Because most of the time I see people have 2 big steps before they get to know who they are. They want to have more, they want to do more. But in order for you to do more and have more, you have to first realize of the most important step, which is the being. So be, do, have. Keep that in mind. Before you go to the do and have, you need to first understand the process of being. Have you connected with the full sense of being with yourself? Have you got to know who is the highest self that is guiding you deeper inside? So the more you get to know yourself, the more you get to understand what exactly your higher self wants to achieve, the easier is going to be that entrepreneurship journey that you're going to start. And then you move to the step number 3, which is know your vision. As you get to know yourself, then you know that a big click, a big light in your mind is going to come. Because without that light, you can't know the journey that you're going to take. And that otherwise is translated into a vision. Know what is your big vision. Create the big picture in your mind. And don't be scared because, if the dream doesn't scare you, it's not big enough, but you don't need to be scared, right? Because you are going to start with the first step. So it's like start small and think big. So the vision needs to be huge, big, because the bigger the vision, the more you allow the space for yourself to be creative, to be innovative, which we'll talk in the next steps. So the vision. And then we move to the next step, which is about knowing the why. In everything that we undertake in life, especially if it is an entrepreneurship path, it's very important to know why are you doing that. So usually people have a story behind or an internal drive or just like a click that they had, like a breakthrough that they had with by attending a seminar or attending a meeting or just meditating, or it comes like a big blessing and light which will guide you for the next steps. But you need to know why. It's not just, oh, I want to do a business because everybody is doing a business. Oh, I want to start a business because I don't have a job. Or I want to have a business because I don't have money. Yes, these may be some of the reasons, but the main reason is what is driving you? What is inspiring you? For example, when I decided to start my business, of course, I was all the time thinking, how do I find a better solution for myself so I can get what I deserve? Because I'm working hard, I'm really putting all my energy and my investment, but I was not feeling fulfilled. So when I had this flashback idea in my mind, I said, wow, I want to create a huge platform for women so I can help them to find their potential, to connect with their highest potential, and also to find their purpose in life and do the best they can to become the best version of themselves. Because that was resonating with me as well. And I was realizing that a lot of things that I was not able to experience for myself, probably a lot of other women are in the same place. And then I started to find the why. Why do I want to do this? So all the time, this question, why, was inside me. What is driving me? Why do I decide to start this business? If your drive is only because of the money or because of the fame or because of the success you want to achieve or whatever, that is not enough. It has to be a bigger purpose that goes beyond you, that goes to help people's needs. Because first, you need to realize that there is a need out there and you are going to meet that need. You are going to find what is that problem, what is that challenge that other people have as well. And probably you had the same. For example, when I meet women and ask what is your why, many of them tell me is I decided to, for example, to create a shoes business because I couldn't find comfortable shoes for myself. Or I decided to open a shampoo business because I had really, I was going through a lot of challenges with my hair, very dry, and then I had to find a solution, and I found a solution for myself, and then I decided to help other women as well. Or, for example, some women told me that they were trying to find a way how to lose weight, and after a lot of efforts that they did, they found the formula for themselves and they wanted to share with other women. For example, what happened to me is like I've been going through a lot of tough times in my journey, starting from my childhood and then being raised in a very patriarchal country and moving here as an immigrant, as a single mother with my teenager boy, with no money, with no connection, with no friends, I felt lost. And I said, probably I'm not the only person that I feel like that. If I find a solution for myself, then probably I can help other women as well. And I realized that what women want is building their confidence and building and increasing their ability to make more money. Because finance and confidence is something that we as women always face as big challenges. Men do the same, of course, but I personally opened a platform for empowering women locally and connecting them globally. And I said, okay, how do I help women to build their confidence and grow their finance? By first of all empowering them in their local area, and then find a way, how do I connect with other women so they know they're not alone? So you see how important is the why, because all the time then, as I'm growing, I have that why in my mind. Am I in the track? Am I in the right direction? But I will come and talk another time with a particular topic for the why, because it's a big topic. So once you have discovered the why, then you start becoming more creative, because you know who you are, you know your vision, you know the reason why you're doing this, and then you are unique, because what makes a business different from another business is you. Because I will take you through the other steps, because it's not just about following some strategies and some tips and formula. It's about knowing who you are and knowing your why and knowing your vision, so then that can help you to become more creative and more innovative to bring you in the business. So that is also a very, very important step. As you do that, then don't worry, because you may think somehow, oh, but I don't know exactly, I'm not very clear. You don't need to be clear from the very beginning. All you need to know where you want to go, how you're going to get there. We will sort that out later. You don't need to know all the steps from the very beginning, how to get to that success formula. But something that can help you is, for example, go and study other people who are doing the same business as you're doing, right? Any business idea that came to your mind or to your vision, bring yourself, bring your being, but in the same time, go and see who else is doing what you're doing, and when did they start, how successful they are. Make sure you follow the successful role models. Find them, stoke them, see what they are doing that you are not doing yet, and do all kind of research to make sure that all your ideas and your innovations and your creativity is implemented into a secure way that you know that other people have tried this before, but you can just copy them in a nice way, but bringing your personality in there. So I hope that makes sense. So you don't feel that you have to do all your inventions. No, you don't. Inventions and invention and innovation, they are two different things. So if you can invent something, absolutely well done to you. But don't feel that pressure. You don't need to invent anything because it feels like everything is invented. Be innovative and creative. Once you have done that, you definitely need to build a website. Of course, a website should not be just like a decoration and to look beautiful. You want to make sure in your website you put everything that tells about you, who you are, what is the mission behind, what is the purpose, what is the why, what is the vision, what is the story, what is the team. If you are the only person, try to bring like probably some collaborators or freelancers. You don't need to hire people from the very beginning. You can start yourself and then you still can collaborate with some freelancers. So make the website show what are you looking for and who you're serving for, because this is very important. And then you move to the next step, which the website alone is not enough if you already you have not managed to create an opt-in page and connect the website with the opt-in email funnel and create also a real funnel, which can be a connection with Infusionsoft. For example, search for Infusionsoft or ClickFunnels or Lead Pages or Kajabi. So search for these softwares that can help your website to build up with funnels. And then once you have done that, the next step is go out in social media. The good news is that social media now is booming, and be active, be consistent. By using social media, then you will be able to bring your website funnel and build your own email list or build your own followers. So these followers very soon will become your potential customers. So I hope it makes sense. Then once you have done with social media, a very, very important step in any business is content. Make sure you learn how to create content. What is content? Content can be a blog, can be an article, can be a video. Use YouTube, for example, like in this case, or do live videos in Facebook, or write an article in LinkedIn, or share your article or blog that you write in your website, share it into your social media platform. So provide content. And social media is not just for promotion. Make a mix of both. Like our Instagram, for example, is another platform which is really, really powerful. Recently, a lot of people are moving to Instagram seeing that as a business opportunity. So social media is not for family connections, family members, to show the world what are you eating or whatever. Of course, you can do a little bit of that as well, but the main reason once you start your business is to behave like a business person and use social media for business. So I hope it makes sense so far, and then we move to the next step. The next step is very important. I got to know the importance of this step not from the very beginning of my journey as an entrepreneur. Now, I know probably when you start, you may think, do I need to know the figures and the numbers and to know the whole spreadsheet of Excel sheet and all these kind of things, and to have a business plan? Well, to be honest, I didn't. I had no clue about all these things. But very soon, I had to start learning and emphasizing the importance of having a bookkeeper. So if you start bringing this awareness in the earlier stage to your business, that would be really good. Because you don't need to hire a bookkeeper. You can be the bookkeeper at the beginning as you started in your own, if you are alone. Or if you are starting with, let's say, a group of people, the first person that I would recommend to hire once you start making some sales with a sales funnel is a bookkeeper. So you know where you are with the numbers, with the figures. Because if you don't know your numbers, you are going to mess up your business. So it's very important that you become aware and or learn or do some research. How do you hire an accountant? At least at the beginning, you have to hire an accountant so he or she can do your accounting. Because once you have a business, it takes you 5 minutes to register that to the company's house if you are in UK or wherever you are, so you can register for tax purposes. That's why at this stage it's very important that you understand, this is the next step, the legal requirements. So it's about the accountant, the tax, very soon probably you will have to register for the VAT if you are in UK. For example, I remember when I registered my business and I found an accountant just to get like the basic knowledge. And very soon after, I started to attend a lot of seminars and trainings and do my own research to understand what it works and how it works in terms of accountancy or taxes. Or I was in a new country, I needed to understand the new system, what do I need and how do I behave when I am ready to hit when I'm ready for the tax, when I am ready to, for example, to reach the point where I have to pay the tax. And I remember for the first time I heard about this thing called VAT, and I share this story many times when I speak, and I feel like, wow, something is missing. I don't understand what these people are talking about. So I'm in a business seminar, I'm keeping notes, I'm trying to understand everything they say, but it's really hard for me to absorb everything. And then I realized that, wow, I think I need to know about this thing called VAT. So I call my accountant and I say, hey, I'm in this business seminar and people are talking about this thing called VAT. What is this about? And he tells me, he said, don't worry, Mirela, it's okay. You just started your business. That will come later, probably in the next year of the business. The first year of the business, I don't think you'll need that. I said, okay, great. So nothing to worry about. He knows his stuff. So I think a month or so later, I am again attending another training, which is all about business and figures and numbers. And then during the break, I'm speaking with a participant, and she's telling me that if you don't pay the VAT, you'll be fined. I said, really? I said, I better double check with my accountant because I don't know what I'm doing with my business. I think I'm doing okay, but I have no clue. I mean, all I was doing is like I wanted to make sure that the money in is a little bit more than the money out. So this is what I was doing at that stage. So I called my accountant again, and I said, hey, I was just talking with somebody, and she's telling me that if you don't pay the VAT, you get fined. Can you please tell me a little bit more about this? He said, don't worry, Mirela, I told you, they are still early. You can do that only when you hit £80,000. And I said, oh, okay, but do you mind if you check my bank account, please? Because I have no clue what is going on. So I remember he called me 2 days later and said, oh my God, what is this bloody hell, global woman? We need to meet. You have to tell me everything now because I have underestimated you. He said, because I'm afraid you're going to get a fine. He said, what? No, you're going to get a fine, not me now, because I told you. So that is a very funny story. So I want you to not go to that point. Make sure that you get the tax and legal inquiry requirement on time, and you know what you're doing. So another thing which as you go through all these steps, which I think is important, is don't wait until you build it up and you build it up and you build it up to start thinking, how do you make some money with the business? Because I have realized some people get it wrong. They say, okay, I'm raising some funds, I wait until I have £10,000 or £20,000 or £50,000, and then with this budget I'm going to build this and I'm going to do that and I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to start selling. No, you have to start selling before you start your business. You can pre-sell things. You sell it, take the money, and then you start the business. So how about that? But let's suppose you don't know about that yet. Okay, you started your business, you have to start selling in the very first day. I mean, sometimes I see people say, but in the first month, how can you sell? Of course, sit down. Once you have the vision and you know what you want to do, you create some products and start testing the water. Probably you're not going to sell that much, but at least you start building some earning while you're building the business. So it's not one or the other. They go hand in hand together. So you're building the business and you're also making some money, and you're making some sales, or you're earning something. Probably in the beginning, of course, it's going to be more learning and building than earning, but you still have to find a way. How do you make some money for your business? Okay? And then the last one is, if you want to go hand in hand with earning and learning and building, the best way that I would recommend, which nowadays, because everything is online, that's why I thought I close with this. Make sure that you create a sales funnel. So it's not just a sales call or a sales one thing. So to make your job easier as you are building it up, create a funnel with your website and create a funnel with your email list. And as you connect your followers with your funnel, then you start bringing some more revenue in your business, and that gives you more hope, more optimism that what you're doing is good. Because it has to be a balance of growth and making money. Growth in terms of developing your strategies or developing your team, but in the same time you have to focus on everyday sales. And nowadays with the online virtual world, the best way how to create sales is create a sales funnel. Learn, study how does that work with Infusionsoft, ClickFunnels, Lead Pages, Kajabi, whatever. Even if your website, you can create online courses, you can do webinars, you can do online trainings or masterminds or programs, whatever, some things that I will bring back in the future topics. But make sure you follow me in YouTube. I will do my best. At least 3 videos a week you will have with different topics that are very, very relevant at this time. But I will keep you posted, and please follow me, subscribe, and I hope you find this useful and follow the steps.